Hi, you're welcome. And today I just want to do one of these, what I'm going to call my messy experiments with AI. So if you see here, this is the free version of Copilot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of take on the role of somebody who's brand new to Excel. Or I might just have started a new job and I'm told a whole bunch of terms about it and that kind of stuff. And I'm going to use the goal, context, expectation, source framework that I've kind of outlined in the blog post. So I'm going to say I am a newbie to Excel. Now, also to say, there's also an option there where you could actually kind of speak into Copilot. I tend to just type, but if you find it more comfortable to speak into it, try that. So I am a newbie to Excel. Okay. I have started a new job where I need to know Excel to know Excel. I have heard these terms mentioned. Terms mentioned. Formulas, VLOOKUPs, pivot tables. I don't know what any of those mean. I don't know what any of those means. I want to be competent. I want to begin by getting a solid knowledge of the basics of Excel. You can also say, this is also useful at this point to think about, what are the ways I learn? Do you learn best with an instructor-led person, or do you learn better in a self-directed, or just identify for yourself maybe the way that you learn? And you can kind of say, I'm going to pretend in this case, I tend to learn best by watching and then practicing. Okay, but again, this is worth using. So this is like the goal or the context or the source and so on, or how you want to use a little bit more about the context. The more you kind of tell the AI about the way you operate, I think it tends to do that one. I would like you to generate a plan for me that takes account of the following. I work best with accountability. I prefer working in groups, working with a group. I want to know ways to get feedback on my work. I want to have practical homework. And I want to know what are useful success metrics. And you could also say maybe around, source expectations. I don't have much money, so I would prefer free, low cost resources to help, but good quality resources to help. And I'd also say, is there anything else you need to know? And let's see what it gives us. All right, now this is good because it actually gives you a few clarifying questions. There we go, good stuff. This is really good. All right, so for this one, I could say 1 for question. Just go in question 1. Say I can use them, but I'm not confident. Say for 2, I'm not sure yet. But probably admin type tasks. and 3, about 4 hours a week. And 4, I would like a structured plan. Okay, so let's do this one. Okay. Okay, this looks pretty good. Now, I suppose for this one, say for the skills, I probably would include maybe count A as well. Absolute versus reference, that's good. Maybe for the formulas, just to kind of maybe just have something there about the min and the max as well. Practice using that one. Formula copying from a tutorial. Okay. Data validation, drop down lists. I suppose I have to say I probably wouldn't include data validation for a newbie, just as an experienced instructor, but this is all good to know actually. XLOOKUP, okay, lovely. Pivot tables. Okay, this looks good. Okay, lovely. Okay, this is actually pretty good. Now, there's some of the things, I probably wouldn't have had maybe the VLOOKUP and the XLOOKUP, but it is something that was kind of I specifically mentioned, so it's good to have it here. So what I would like it then to do, let's say, is to please give me a set of practice data sets and exercises. Also create an Excel sheet that has links to all the tutorials you mentioned. And the and all the other resources you mentioned here. Okay, give it a second now. Okay, this is really good. Now what I want to do is I just want to click on this data set to have a look at it. So let me see, because one of the things that can happen is, now here it is letting me do it, but sometimes you have to generate a second time. So let me just click on this and open it. Okay, just got enable editing. Okay, there's my data set there and the date and this one here. Now the thing is that here is that this is a good idea, but it doesn't kind of give you it doesn't kind of give you, and a couple of things here, for example, it's like it gives you the tutorial, all right, but then it doesn't give you the actual live link as well. So that's something I might kind of quibble about a little bit. So let me just go back to this one here. Now prompt again. Right. Hey. All right. So one of the things I might quibble about here would be, okay, exercises sheet. Yeah, so in this one I'd probably say, okay, please create another workbook that gives me step-by-step instructions on how to complete each task. Okay, let's say it's going to do that, and that's where we'll just finish it then for today. Okay. All right, now let's download this one as well. Yes, this is good actually. See there? This is actually a good one. All right. Yeah. Now, I haven't tested these, so I don't know. But at the same time, this would be kind of a really useful one just to start with. All right. So, just to say, this Copilot one has actually worked better than I expected, because I know when I've run this before, it hasn't been anything amazing. But I haven't tested this. But I would love to hear from you, to hear if you have tried this out for specific topics and how you got on. All right, mind yourself and take care. Bye.